Right up on the mic. Okay, this is going to work. Thank you. And, thank you, Tessa, and thank you, Tracy, Doug, Matt, and Alex. I'm so honored to call you guys my friends, and I'm grateful for the chance to say a few words about this occasion and the complicated emotions I'm sure we're all feeling. And after watching that video and feeling again the loss we've experienced, I'll admit that words feel inadequate. Now, I first met Kim Morse at the last debate before the 2011 mayoral election. I was only just getting to know Alex. My claim to fame at the time was that I'd recently written a favorable op-ed about him. And apparently Alex liked this, or wasn't used to people writing such nice things about him yet, with the Republican endorsement still a week away. Because he gave me VIP seating in the front row next to his mom. She greeted me warmly. When Alex's opponent entered the room, I, in my immaturity, must have made a disapproving sound, because Kim swiftly scolded me. "We don't do that," she said. She encouraged me to keep calm, keep my composure, keep it positive. And then, as the debate unfolded, this same woman who had urged calm kept shaking her head, utterly appalled, every time Al's opponent said something critical about him, as if this wasn't expected. Then Kim would cheer loudly, alternating between claps and fist pumps, every time her kid said anything. This was my first experience of the Kim Morse I would come to know and love, the Kim Morse so many of us would come to know and love. A proud mom, a passionate soul, a force of nature. This inaugural ball is, of course, a celebration of a political victory, a celebration of a vision, a dream and aspiration, and a celebration of our beloved community of Holyoke and our mayor. And yet, even as we celebrate, there is no avoiding the reality of this loss and all the sorrow it creates. It reminds us of the fragility and the preciousness of life. It confronts us with the fact that our time here is fleeting, and it brings to mind losses we've all experienced and will experience. But it can also move us to recognize the truth expressed by Scripture. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning.
Right.
Joy does indeed come.
Yes.
And it's often the result of living gratefully and usefully in a community we love. A few weeks ago, Alex delivered his inaugural address. Holyoke is America, he said. Holyoke is a testament to the power of ordinary people through lives of decency and resilience to do extraordinary things. His words reflected the wisdom that the work of democracy is not primarily something that happens at City Hall. Instead, democracy is kept alive by the day-by-day efforts of regular people to live with purpose, to be decent, and to build something lasting. It's kept alive by neighbors looking out for each other and longtime community members welcoming new people into the life of the community, and parents teaching their kids to be confident as well as compassionate. Democracy is marked by the sometimes infuriating belief that everyone else matters just as much as you do, that everyone deserves to have a say. And it's marked by the faith, sometimes unimaginable, that your small efforts will make life better for those who come after you, that your life can make life freer and more humane for people you may never meet. Kim couldn't have known how her life would unfold. When she was growing up in Bowdoin Village, she likely never imagined that she'd have a son one day who would become the mayor of Holyoke, marrying Tracy, building her life with him, raising Doug, Matt, and Alex, doting on her grandkids, facing challenges with courage and a sense of humor. She couldn't have known that the love she gave her family would produce a ripple effect that would touch a whole city. And yet here we are. The changes we've seen in Holyoke are the result of many people over many years doing the hard work of democracy, And for the past 6 years, these efforts have been led by our mayor, whose guiding principles of fairness and justice and respect for difference, just ask him, he learned from Kim and from Tracy. These values have had an impact. They've shaped the priorities of the Morse administration and the course of the city. Just think of the kids in Holyoke today who are freer to be themselves and more hopeful. Think of the neighborhoods that have received new attention, people moving into new homes, the people who've been given a voice in the past 6 years. What a gift. And what a gift we've all been given tonight, the knowledge that our actions in our personal lives and in our democracy deeply matter. The compassion we offer each other matters, and the love we share matters. We still might not know how everything will fit or what shape our lives will take, but we can find comfort in knowing that love often does win, and that our efforts can make a difference. One more Kim Morse memory, one I'd like to close with. On election days, she would walk around Morse HQ, thanking everyone for being there, trying to contain her barely concealed anxiety about what would happen that night. And so, as those of us on the Morse force know well, keeping Kim upbeat and optimistic was an essential part of our E-Day strategy. Those who didn't know were reminded by Alex. One election day, we gave her a list of voters we knew were likely to be Morse voters. And she picked up a phone and started dialing. Eventually, someone answered. After a quick greeting, Kim got right to the point. "Are you going to vote for Alex?" she said. Everyone in headquarters stopped to watch. We were nervous. Had we given her the right list? Finally, the silence broke. "Oh, good," Kim said, her voice booming through the room. "I'm his mom." Hung up that phone with a big smile on her face. It was a moment of victory, a moment of motherly love, a moment of democratic citizenship, a moment of joy. These are important days for our democracy here in Holyoke and across the country, and I would submit that the future we want will be shaped by those who are willing to be joyful, to be loud, and to love without fear. It will be shaped by people like Kim Morse. So, in that spirit, let us celebrate tonight, strengthened by those who've gone before us and filled with joy for the chance to do work that matters. Tracy, Doug, Matt, thank you for everything and for the strength you've shown. Mayor Morse, my friend, my brother, thank you for your service to this city and for all the good work you'll continue to do just by being who you are. Have a great night.